You have the normal blueprint for the third person character. I'm just going to explain a bit about sprinting. So the simple code for sprinting is to just change the max walk speed variable, which is located in the character movement component. So by default, the max walk speed is 600. This is by default. And when we change that value, we change it into something like 200, the character will automatically walk. Why is that? Because the speed is connected to blend space. Blend space is connected to the speed variable. Right now, we're going to modify the blend space axis settings. I'm just going to change this into like 1200. Leave it for now. So the basic code for sprinting is set the max walk speed. It walks at 300, so I'm going to change into 300. To grab the character component or the character movement component and reference it in the blueprint and change its variable. So we're going to change the max walk speed, and we're going to change it when the button is pressed. We're going to change it into 1200 or 600, or whatever speed the character starts to play the running animation in your blend space. So for me, it's 1200 now, and we're going to also revert the speed back onto the default, which is, for me, it's 300. Just like that, we have the simplest way to give the option to the player to whether or not they should walk or sprint. But let's take it up a notch and make some, acceleration. We're going to change the walk speed, the same variable, but we're going to change it gradually instead of changing it in an instant. So how do we do gradually? There are ways you could do this. Some people would prefer using timelines. So add timeline. I don't really like timelines. So this node here is very special because eventic, no matter what happens, like as long as the blueprint lives, eventic will always fire. And some people would just do this with a branch. And when it's false, it will fire. They set up some conditions and let I don't know, something like some code here, and they would think that setting up conditions here will just stop the event tick. No, it does not, because the event tick will keep checking the conditions, and it has no way to stop until the blueprint is basically dead, like destroyed. With set timer by event, we have more control over when it is going to be fired, when it's going to stop. So to have more control over it, we promote this into variable, and we're going to call it acceleration handle. Time here, if we do like get world delta, then the event that we're going to connect here is going to fire at every frame. So this could work exactly like event tick, but with more control. Right now, we're just going to set the time to something like 001. And we're going to create a custom event here. So I'm going to call it sprint acceleration. And we're going to change the walk speed, but we're going to change it in style. So we should have something like speed first, and this is like this variable should be called something like current speed. This is what the increment node does. It will add one every time this event is fired. So every 0.001 second, it's going to happen over and over again until we stop it later. We wouldn't like it to go over 1200 because 1200 is the max speed. So we're going to use clamp float. The minimum value is the walk speed, and we're going to put the sprinting speed here. To see what's happening, print string and see the value of speed. And as we have the sprinting acceleration event ready, we should connect this to the set timer by event. Now the default value of speed should be the value of walking. In my case, it's 300. See, the character sprints gradually. Okay, so I replaced the animations, walking, running to sprinting, and I've applied the same logic for the character to decelerate. So from walking to sprinting and sprinting to walking. Anyways, I want to give this code to you for free. Let's go to my website here, GoLime DevHub. Scroll down, you will see sprinting acceleration. Just enter your email and I'll send the download link to your email. I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your own project.